Hello, my Miniatureholic family. Welcome back. In this week's video, we're going to be doing flooring. So I want to get some wood flooring put down, and I'm using these popsicle sticks. So this is what it looks like in the original package, and it's kind of like a dome shape at the ends. So all I did was cut it off with this multi-purpose miter tool, and you like literally put one in, put the angle you want, and cut the tip off. And I did quite a bit of them, so here they are. And this is going to be the bathroom flooring. I know I want wood flooring in the bathroom, also in the office space, and the dining room. I'm not quite sure what type of flooring, but I'm thinking just different type of wood flooring, like parquet, herringbone. I think I'm going to do the herringbone in the hallways though. Now the living room space is going to be a bit different. I have some beautiful flooring for that, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the master bedroom, but I want to work on flooring, and in between put together some accessories for the house. So everything that I'm doing from now on is going to be for the Thorn Hill, except for any of the shows that are coming up. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So I got my wood pieces. And then one of my subscribers, about a year ago when I first started, sent me this. It's a permanent bond. And this is the type, I cannot pronounce this. And I'm not going to try to mess it up. But anyway, you see what it is. You can go online. But she said once you use it, it's going to stick, whatever it is. And I just don't really feel like doing the glue today. So I'm going to try this. It's an experiment. We're going to see how it goes. It's like 3 in a pack. And it's real thin. So it's perfect for the wood sticks. Wow. This is really, really thin. If you could see how, hold on, so you can see this angle, right? But this is, look how thin that is, really thin. So we're going to put it on there and see how it goes. And, well, you know, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We're going to see the outcome. Let's go ahead and get started. Starting point. Right here. Wow. It is real sticky, but I wonder how. Let's try it. Let's see. I'm going to put it right here. And then I'm going to take it down the popsicle stick. And I'm sure there's some kind of tape or something to peel on the other side, but we're about to find out. So I'm going to cut it. Put this back on here so that I don't mess it up. Alright, so now we got that on there. So now we need to pull the little thin sheet off of it so it'll stick to the wood. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it. It's real thin, and you're pulling the orange off, and that leaves the back, the sticky part. So I want to put it on just like this. Line it up with the popsicle stick. So again, make sure it's even, flushed with the edges. Oh, this is so much better. Look, way better. Okay, I'm gonna work on it, and I'll bring you back and show you the progress as I go along, because I know you don't want to see me sit here and do this whole sheet. The flooring for the bathroom is quite long. So as I go up, then I'll show you the progress. If you want to know how to do different types of flooring, go on YouTube and type in how to do miniature wood flooring. It's tons of videos. So all I'm doing is showing you how to do the basics, and they have different patterns that are gorgeous. And then you can get your basic ideas from them and then add to it. So I'm going to go ahead and finish getting this completed. Okay, so this is how far I've gotten, and it looks really good. I'm Really happy with it. Now, when you go through the popsicle sticks, some of them are going to be kind of wilted or curved. You want to make sure you look for that when you lay them down. But it's holding really good. So what I got to do is take and cut the edges off, just saw them off, sand the edges, and then when I'm done with the whole thing, I'm going to sand the whole thing. But I'm going to keep going and show you what it looks like as I go further up. But I want to show you how, you can see how I staggered them. This is the first row right here. And so then I started this popsicle stick in the middle of this groove, and then the same with this one, and then I added this one. So then I put this one over this line, and I just kept going, and I'm going to do that all the way down. So I'm going to keep going. Okay, so I've gotten this far, but I found an easier way to put it, the tape onto the popsicle sticks without cutting it, each one, and then laying it down. So I just take the whole strip and make it go quicker. Put it right here, close to the popsicle stick. Stretch it out and make sure it is where you want it, because once you put it down, it's not coming back up. Kind of press on it to make sure ain't no bubbles or it's not loose. So I cut it, and all I want to do is peel the orange off. So I started, let's see, pull that, nope, try this in, hold on. Okay, so now I done got that out. So all I need to do is get my popsicle sticks, try to make sure that it's not curved, and if you look a little closer, I'll show you the pattern that I did. So all I did was stagger. I just staggered it just to make it look like a wood floor. So I'm going to put this popsicle stick like about right here. And then I'll get another one. Make sure it's butted up against the other one. And so put this here and this one right here. All right, and this is the finished product as far as like putting it together. Oh, it looks nice. I can't wait to see what I'm gonna do with this. I'm not sure yet, but this is literally my first popsicle floor that I put together. All my other floors were already pre-made, so this is my first one. And I know I have to sand it, smooth it out, and maybe fill in some of the crack. Maybe some of that sawdust will get in some of the cracks, or the dust from the popsicle. They call it sawdust. But now I'm going to have, before I even do the sanding, this is the back of it. So I got to cut the popsicle sticks off of here. How I'm going to cut? I don't know. I'm thinking to use my Dremel. I think I'm just going to use my Dremel and this just saw. And I'm going to try to do it on camera and see how it turns out. This is going to be tricky, but once I get this done, I know I'm going to have to do a lot of sanding along the edges and sanding. Hold on, let me flip it over. On this side. And then I'm going to be ready to, I guess, polish it. Stain it. I'm not going to sure if I'm going to stain it or polish it like I did with the castle box when I did the Tom Bishop show last year. But we'll see. So let me go ahead and get ready to start cutting. Alright, so I'm going to show you how I'm doing it. I did some of it to make sure that that's how I want to do it. I did try the X-Acto. The wood is too thick and I do not feel like being all night on this. So I'm going to use my Dremel and the cutting blade. This can cut wood easily. Even metal. Okay, so here we go. And turn your volume down if you don't want to hear a lot of noise. I'm just going to do this little area to show you how I'm doing it. I took a ruler and just put the line where I want to cut at. And I'm just going along the line. So I'm going to give you a close-up on the line. Okay, so see the lines right here? It just goes straight and I'm going to cut just like that. So let's go. And I got the wood hanging off the table so I don't cut my table. Here we go. Okay, and that's it. Not bad either. So I don't have to do a whole lot of sanding. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. See, it did a real good cut. Now down here is where I use some, honestly, I think that the Craftsman, I think they call them garden shears, but whatever, these big old thick things. And I did a lot of damage, so I'm going to have to do some sanding. And this will be butted up against the wall, so you won't even see it. So I'm going to go ahead and do this side, and then I'll bring you back. We're going to do some sanding. All right, so I got it off. It looks good. I even, cut the end of this and the gaps. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go around the whole floor, and I'm going to sand it with my Dremel sander, and it fits. They have different sizes, but this fits in here. So you don't really need to see me do that. It's going to be kind of hard to do. And, zero in on the camera. We might, I don't know. It's kind of getting late, so I think I'm going to pick up tomorrow because I'm not thinking straight. So, yeah, we'll pick up tomorrow. Good morning, my miniature housework family. It's a whole new day. Once I got done with this floor, this is what it looks like now. It looks good. I love it. Okay. But let me stay focused. It looks good, don't it? Okay. I'm so proud of myself. Okay, but once I got done with it, sawing the edges off, I found that I didn't really need to sand it. It's going to be butted up against the walls. You won't see it anyway. It's a waste of time if I did. But I am going to sand the top. And what I'm going to do is take this fine sander, just like a block one. It's fine. It's a fine block sander. Okay, that's what it is. And I'm going to go with the grain, not against the grain. And I'm just going to sand it. So, here we go. And the purpose of sanding, or as I know, is getting all the loose wood out the way and making it smooth. That's all. And it doesn't take long, not with this small piece of flooring. Okay, so I noticed a little piece of wood came off right here. Let me see if you can see it. Came off. That permanent bond tape, man, it works great. I think I'm going to use it on other projects in the house, but I'm going to take some glue and put this back on there. And I noticed another piece that came off, but once the baseboard, once I put that down in the house, you won't see that either. I might just not even worry about this little piece either, but we'll see. All right, now that that's done, and I have dust flying all over, because I brushed all the dust off and the sawdust. I'm going to stain it. I'm not sure if I'm going to wax it, like I did the technique that I used in my, what they call it, castle box that I used from the Tom Bishop show last year. I might do that technique, but then this one right here is just regular stain. I'm going to think about it for a minute, and then I'll get back with you. All right, I decided to go with the Cherry Men Wax stain. I'm going to open it up, and when you get ready to do your floor, make sure all the dust is off. And for those of you who use the glue, just make sure there's no glue on the top of it, because if you stain and there's glue, you're going to have like spots like that are discolored, nothing looking like your regular flooring should look. So just make sure you sand all the glue off the top if you get any on there. Since I use that permanent bond strip, I don't have to worry about that. So all I'm going to do is use a sponge brush. You can use a regular brush if you want. I'm going to do a sponge brush and just go across my floor. Start down here. And I'm going to do several coats. In between, I'm going to let them dry. And I think when I'm done and I get the look that I want, I think I'm going to place some heavy books on them again like I did last night to make sure it stays flat. I don't want it buckling up because it is paper underneath. It's like cardstock paper, but You know, paper, when it's wet, it bulks. And I don't want that. So basically, I'm just going to do this all the way down. And when I'm done, I'll bring you back. Okay, I've completed the first coat. I'm going to let it dry for a few hours. Then I'm going to come back and see how it looks. If it looks good, then I'm going to stick with it. If not, I'll add another coat. And remember, when I'm done completely, I'm going to put some, probably some Mod Podge or some kind of sealer on it. Maybe give it a sheen. All right, it's waiting time. All right, so the first coat is dry. And as you can see down here, it's a little lighter than up here. So I'm going to give it a second coat, but I'm going to start down here first and then barely tap it up here to make it even. So, but I'm liking the way it looks. So it looks like it's going to take, I think I'm going to be happy with maybe a total of, you know, maybe one or two more, a total of 3. I think I'm going to do 3. I'm going to do the second one, and if it's dark enough, I'll stop. If not, I'll do one more. And then when it's completely dry, I'll bring you back and show you the finished product. And I think I'm going to go ahead and coat it with Mod Podge. So I may let you see me do that too, in case some of you have never seen it done. But I do have videos of me working with Mod Podge. It's just a protector, like another coat, kind of give it a sheen. All right, let me put the second coat on. All right, so now it's time to put some finish on it, or sealer. I got Mod Podge gloss, and I have Mod Podge matte. And I'm going to use the matte because I don't want a real shiny floor. So matte is going to do. So just take some Mod Podge, and I don't need to put it in a container or nothing. I'm just going to put some on here, and then I'm going to spread it. And it really don't take a lot. And try to get a brush that doesn't have the bristles, that's loose, because you're going to be picking brush bristles out of your floor for a long time if you do. So going back and forth. Make sure you get the edges. Now I went back and forth, but I'm going to go over just one direction. So that way when it dries, I don't want to see streaks back and forth in case it doesn't dry clear. It will dry clear, but sometimes, like if you go back and forth, you'll see those bristle brushes back and forth, but I don't want that. So I put it on originally going back and forth, but one stroke, one way when I'm done with this area. Okay, so I'm going to finish this up, and then I'm going to show you the end product inside of the bathroom. Alright, so while my bathroom floor is drying, I want to point something out. It's something about this one room that is just off, and I'm not quite sure what it is. The rest of my rooms look elegant and just like you would want to live in them. And I'm getting the floors in. So now that the walls are done and the ceiling and the lights, you know, I'm working on the floors, but this room right here, I'm thinking, you know, I had a conversation with a couple of family members. They said maybe it's the texture. Maybe it's the texture of the wall that's throwing me off, because I wanted it textured. I'm really thinking about sanding this wall down and repainting it, or putting some wallpaper in to match the floor. But this, even the color, I don't really like. It just does not go, because if I step back and you see these rooms, you know, just beautiful wallpaper. And then you come up here, yeah, not feeling it. So I'm going to contemplate on it, and then I'll let you know what I'm going to do. But the floor should be dry. I'm going to let it sit overnight, and then we'll figure it out. Here's the finished product. This is beautiful. It turned out wonderful. It looks just like a real wood floor. Like if you get closer, that looks like a real wood floor. That looks nice. It's going in my bathroom. And the rest of the floors I'm going to work on and show you how they come out. But that's basically it. You just have different designs, patterns for the wood. You just have to cut them a certain way. And like I said, they have a lot of flooring videos on YouTube. Just go in and put in how to create wooden miniature dollhouse flooring. Now, as far as the bathroom, I'm going to redo the walls. I don't like it. It does not match my house, so definitely going to redo that. But that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to show you how to do the wood floor. Until next time.